In the world of corporate finance, the phrase OPM is an acronym for other people's money. It is often used in both a conspiratorial and derogatory sense. For insiders, it is used to refer to a kind of scheme or conspiracy to risk other people's money and not your own money. In a derogatory sense, it is used to describe the businesses, the lawyers, the bankers, and generally people in the corporate world who use such schemes to take advantage of money from ordinary hardworking people. This is the present Wall Street war. There was a time not long ago where finance was used for the good of businesses. Alas, those salad days are gone. Let me describe to you a more simple time. When I started out, there was no escaping the fact that I had to borrow money from my local bank. This was to finance the monthly purchases and expenses that my business needed in order to remain in operation. But sometime around 1990 or so, all that changed. And this changed with the idea of venture capitalism. And this all changed also with the .com. One need not have a business, only an idea of a business, to actually get other people's money. Much money was then raised on the premise that it will be used to pay for the new business's purchases and expense. But as things panned out later in 2000, the world discovered that much of the money was in fact used to finance everything else except the original business plan. How do I know this? I know this because I was conducting many court cases between creditors, investors, and the founders of these so-called .coms and startups at the time. If things do not change, and as the mistrust and distrust grow, it will only lead to small businesses having a harder time getting access to finance than it already is. This requires a systemic mindset change for both the business owners and also potential investors. Business owners should not only focus on the idea of the business, but also, and in fact more importantly, the architecture upon which that idea sits. Financiers have to stop being greedy and chase unicorns. While there are famous exceptions, it is often boring and laborious to architect a business idea. There are no quick shortcuts to do this. But at least, and from my experience, the boring ones are usually the safer bets.